In the farthest reaches of the earth, where the land remains unbroken by roads and the air is untouched by the sound of civilization, a relentless struggle for existence plays out beneath the open sky. Here, every moment is a test of instinct, strength, and cunning. The wild is a place of raw beauty and unforgiving challenges where only the most extraordinary creatures rise to the top. In this world, the line between life and death is drawn with every heartbeat. At the apex of this unforgiving hierarchy stand the ultimate predators, creatures whose very existence shapes the fate of entire ecosystems. Wolves and eagles are the embodiment of predatory excellence, each honed by countless generations to master their unique domains. Their senses are razor-sharp, their bodies built for the hunt, and their minds capable of astonishing feats of strategy and adaptation. Far from being mere brutes, these predators are thinkers, calculating, patient, and deeply attuned to the rhythms of the wild. Their presence is vital, ensuring that the balance of nature is maintained with precision. Through their relentless pursuit, wolves and eagles regulate the populations of prey, preventing overgrazing and the unchecked spread of illness. Their actions ripple outward, shaping the very landscape itself. Every hunt is a display of breathtaking skill and power, a testament to the relentless drive that defines these animals. Their methods are as varied as the landscapes they inhabit, each adapted to the unique challenges of their environment. Among the wild's elite, the wolf and the eagle reign supreme. The wolf, a master tactician of the land, commands the power of unity and coordination. The eagle, sovereign of the skies, wields the advantage of height and the element of surprise. The wolf's strength lies in its social bonds. Each member of the pack plays a role, from the scouts who track and flank to the leaders who coordinate the final assault. Their communication is subtle, an ear twitch, a low growl, a shared glance, yet it orchestrates a symphony of movement that can bring down prey many times their size. The eagle, in contrast, is the ultimate solitary hunter. Its vision is legendary, able to spot the faintest movement from hundreds of meters above. With a sudden burst of speed, it transforms from a silent observer to a lethal force, striking with unmatched precision. Though their hunting styles could not be more different, both wolf and eagle are paragons of evolutionary success. Each has carved out a niche at the very top of the food chain, their bodies and minds perfectly attuned to the demands of their world. They are living proof that there are many paths to mastery in the wild. The wolf's endurance and cooperation, the eagle's speed and solitary focus. Each is a masterpiece of adaptation. To truly understand these predators is to glimpse the inner workings of the wild itself. Every sense, every instinct, every decision is a product of the environment that shaped them. When a wolf pack encircles its prey, it is not chaos but choreography. Each wolf reads the landscape and the intentions of its packmates, adjusting its approach in real time to maximize the chances of success. Their strategies are fluid, evolving with every heartbeat. The pack's unity is its greatest weapon, allowing it to outmaneuver even the most formidable prey. The eagle's hunt is a study in patience and explosive action. It waits, motionless, until the perfect moment, then becomes a blur of motion. Gravity and muscle working in perfect harmony. Each pursuit is a narrative of tension and release, a contest of wits and endurance. The outcome is never certain, and every hunt is a lesson in the unforgiving realities of the wild. Our journey will immerse us in these worlds, revealing the intricate tactics and raw power that make wolves and eagles so formidable. We will witness the split-second decisions, the moments of hesitation, and the bursts of courage that define their lives. We will follow the wolf pack as it shadows herds across the tundra, braving icy winds and treacherous terrain, and as it faces down the colossal bison, testing the limits of teamwork and tenacity. Then we will ascend with the eagle, soaring above jagged peaks and plunging valleys, watching as it selects its prey with unerring accuracy, from darting fish to sure-footed goats clinging to sheer cliffs. Prepare to witness the wild in its purest form, untamed, unsparing, and utterly magnificent. This is the story of the wolf and the eagle, the wild's ultimate predators, and the breathtaking drama of survival that unfolds far from the eyes of humankind. The strength of the wolf is the pack, and the strength of the pack is the wolf. But in the wild, strategy is not the domain of wolves alone. Eagles, too, are masters of calculated precision, each species wielding its own unique arsenal of tactics, honed by evolution. For wolves, the pack is a living, breathing organism, a family bound by hierarchy and purpose. For eagles, the sky is both hunting ground and sanctuary, their vision piercing the vast expanse for the faintest sign of movement below. A lone wolf can stalk an ambush, relying on stealth and patience. But a pack transforms the hunt into a coordinated campaign, each member attuned to the subtlest cues. Meanwhile, an eagle's solitary hunt is a masterclass in patience and timing, waiting for the perfect moment to strike from above. The wolf pack is led by an experienced alpha pair, their leadership shaping every decision. In contrast, some eagle species hunt alone, while others, like the African crowned eagle, may hunt in pairs, using coordinated aerial maneuvers to flush out prey. Wolves communicate through a sophisticated blend of body language, vocalizations, and scent, orchestrating their movements with near telepathic precision. Eagles, too, use subtle signals, wing tilts, calls, and positioning to coordinate with mates or signal intent to rivals. In the dense forest, wolves move as shadows, their silent signals dictating when to advance, when to hold, and when to strike. High above, an eagle's silence is its greatest weapon, the wind masking its approach until the final explosive descent. Wolf hunts are ballets of endurance and strategy, each member knowing its role: flankers, chasers, blockers. An eagle's hunt is a vertical assault, using gravity and speed to deliver a lethal blow before the prey can react. Endurance is the wolf's secret weapon, allowing them to pursue prey for miles. Eagles, in contrast, exploit the air itself, riding thermals to conserve energy as they scan for the slightest twitch of fur or feather below. While many predators rely on a burst of speed, wolves are built for the long chase, their bodies engineered for stamina. Eagles, meanwhile, can hover or circle for hours, waiting for the precise instant when prey is most vulnerable. Wolves can maintain a steady trot for hours, covering vast distances in search of opportunity. Eagles, with their far-reaching gaze, can spot a mouse from hundreds of feet above, then descend in a heartbeat. This relentless pursuit allows wolves to wear down even the strongest prey. Eagles, on the other hand, rely on the element of surprise, striking with such force that escape is nearly impossible. For wolves, a hunt often begins by testing a herd, probing for weakness, an old, sick, or young animal. Eagles, too, assess their targets, favoring prey that is distracted, isolated, or exposed. Once a target is chosen, the wolf pack's pursuit is relentless, a coordinated effort to isolate and exhaust. The eagle, having selected its quarry, commits to a dive that can reach speeds over 150 miles per hour, talons poised for the kill. Wolves use terrain to their advantage, herding prey into natural traps, ravines, rivers, or dense thickets. Eagles, too, exploit the landscape, using hills, trees, or cliffs to mask their approach and maximize the element of surprise. Both predators are masters of observation, constantly reassessing the situation, adapting their tactics as the hunt unfolds. If the odds turn unfavorable, wolves will abandon the chase, conserving energy for another day. Eagles, too, will break off an attack if the risk outweighs the reward, returning to their vantage point to wait for a better chance. Patience is a virtue shared by both. Wolves may shadow a herd for days, waiting for the perfect moment. Eagles can remain motionless for hours, their focus unbroken as dusk settles over the land. During these long waits, every sense is attuned to the environment. Wolves reading the wind and the herd's mood, eagles tracking the faintest rustle or glint of movement. Both predators are acutely aware of risk. An injured wolf is a liability, so the pack weighs every decision. An eagle with a damaged feather will avoid dangerous prey, knowing that a single mistake could mean starvation. Survival in the wild demands patience and calculation. Wolves rest and recover, conserving strength for the next opportunity. Eagles, battered by wind or rain, wait for the skies to clear before resuming the hunt. When the moment comes, both wolf and eagle move with singular purpose. The pack becomes a single, intelligent organism. The eagle, a missile guided by instinct and experience. Wolves use flanking maneuvers, driving prey into the waiting jaws of their kin. Eagles may flush prey from cover, forcing it into the open where escape is impossible. In the wolf pack, younger, swifter members initiate the chase, testing the prey's stamina and resolve. The larger, more powerful wolves hold back, waiting for the critical moment to strike. Among eagles, juveniles learn by shadowing adults, perfecting their technique through trial and error. This division of labor allows wolves to bring down prey many times their size. Eagles, with their crushing grip, can subdue animals as large as foxes or young deer, relying on strength and precision. In the end, it is this symphony of strategy, endurance and teamwork, whether on the ground or in the sky, that makes wolves and eagles two of the most formidable hunters in the wild. Each, in their own realm, is a testament to the power of adaptation and the relentless pursuit of survival. In the heart of the frozen wilderness, a wolf pack locks eyes with a herd of bison. This is not just a hunt, it's a battle of endurance, intelligence, and raw power, played out on a stage where survival is never guaranteed. Each adult bison is a living fortress, weighing up to 2,000 pounds, armored with a dense hide and crowned with horns capable of goring any would-be attacker. Their sheer size and strength make them nearly invulnerable to a lone predator. The wolves, each barely 100 pounds, are dwarfed by these giants, yet their greatest weapon is not brute force, but the ability to think and act as one. Every movement is calculated. The pack fans out, communicating silently through glances and posture, orchestrating a strategy that relies on unity and anticipation. The bison respond with ancient instinct, forming a living barricade. Calves and weaker members are shielded at the center, while the adults present a wall of horns and muscle to the circling predators. The wolves probe the herd's defenses, darting in to nip at legs and flanks, always retreating before a counterattack. Their goal is to sow uncertainty, to find a crack in the armor. The bison stand firm, swinging their massive heads and stamping the ground, sending plumes of snow into the air. For now, the line holds. But the wolves are relentless. Their pressure mounts until, with a sudden surge, the herd breaks into a stampede. The ground trembles as tons of muscle thunder across the snow, and the wolves dart in pursuit, risking everything in the chaos. In the confusion, a young or weakened bison may falter, its steps growing erratic as it drifts from the safety of the herd. The wolves instantly sense the opportunity. The pack splits, some wolves driving the calf further from its protectors, others racing ahead to cut off any hope of return. Encircled, the calf is trapped. The wolves close in, their formation tightening with every heartbeat, each member knowing its role in the final act. The struggle is fierce and drawn out. The wolves attack in waves, retreating when the calf lashes out, then returning, each time wearing down its strength a little more. It's a display of tactical brilliance, wolves taking turns, some distracting, others biting, all working in perfect harmony. Their persistence is unyielding, their teamwork flawless. When the quarry is elk, the challenge shifts. Elk are swift, wary, and armed with antlers that can maim or kill. An adult elk, weighing up to 700 pounds, wields a rack of antlers like a living weapon. Even a single blow can shatter bone. Wolves adapt, using the terrain to their advantage. They move silently through the undergrowth, using every tree and snowdrift as cover, closing the distance unseen. In deep winter, the wolves drive elk into soft snow, where their own lighter bodies keep them atop the crust, while the heavier elk flounder, their speed and agility sapped by every sinking step. Sometimes the wolves shadow the herd for hours, even days, waiting for the perfect moment. They blend into the shadows, invisible until they strike. The pack's patience is legendary. They watch for the faintest sign of weakness, a limp, a hesitation, a wound, knowing that even the smallest flaw can tip the balance. When an injured bull seeks refuge in an icy river, the wolves do not rush in. The water is a barrier, but also a trap, sapping the elk's strength with every passing minute. The wolves wait, motionless, their breath rising in clouds. They know that time is on their side, and that patience is often the deadliest weapon. Encircled, the elk is forced to stand in the freezing current, every muscle tensed, while the wolves form a silent ring along the shore, denying any escape. The cold gnaws at the elk's strength. Minutes stretch into hours as exhaustion sets in, muscles cramping, hooves slipping on icy stones. The wolves remain vigilant, their eyes never leaving the elk. They sense the moment when resistance fades, when the prey's will is finally broken by cold and fatigue. This is the reality of the hunt, a contest of patience, strategy, and endurance. In the wild, victory belongs not to the strongest, but to those who can outlast, outthink, and outmaneuver their rivals, no matter how giant the opponent. In the wild, the hunt is not a matter of chance. It is a meticulously orchestrated event, shaped by instinct, experience, and the unspoken communication within a pack or between a mated pair. Wolves, for example, begin their hunt long before the first paw touches the snow. The pack assembles in silence, each member attuned to the subtle cues of the alpha pair. Their eyes scan the terrain, reading the wind, noting the faintest tracks, and gauging the movement of distant herds. Every wolf knows its place, not by command, but by a deep-rooted understanding of the pack's structure and the unique strengths of each individual. The planning phase is silent and deliberate. Wolves position themselves downwind, minimizing their scent, and use the cover of terrain, ridges, thickets, and snowdrifts to mask their approach. The alpha pair, often the most experienced hunters, lead the reconnaissance, identifying the most vulnerable prey, an injured elk, a distracted caribou, or a young bison lagging behind. Communication is nearly invisible, an ear flick, a tail raised, a brief glance. These signals coordinate the pack's movement, dictating when to advance, when to hold, and when to split into specialized roles. The chasers, typically the swiftest and most agile, are poised to surge forward at the first sign of opportunity. As the hunt begins, the chasers explode from cover, driving the prey into open ground. Their relentless pursuit is not just about speed, but about endurance, testing the stamina of their quarry, forcing it to make mistakes. Meanwhile, the flankers move with calculated precision, anticipating the prey's desperate attempts to escape. They arc wide, cutting off escape routes, and subtly steer the animal toward natural obstacles, dense thickets, icy streams, or steep embankments, where its mobility is compromised. The wolf's strategy is adaptive, shifting in real time as the prey reacts. If the target doubles back, the pack pivots seamlessly, closing ranks and tightening the noose. Every movement is purposeful, every position calculated to maximize pressure and minimize risk. Confusion is a weapon. Wolves dart in and out, feinting attacks, sowing panic among herd animals. The chaos disrupts defensive formations, isolating the weakest members and making them easy targets. The moment a single animal is separated, the pack's focus narrows. The wolves move as one, cutting off any hope of escape, their tactics shifting from pursuit to containment. The final phase is swift and efficient. Wolves attack from multiple angles, overwhelming the prey's defenses and bringing it down with minimal risk to themselves. The entire operation is a testament to their intelligence, discipline, and unity. In the skies, the golden eagle employs a different yet equally sophisticated approach. From a high vantage point, the eagle surveys vast stretches of tundra, its vision so acute it can spot a hare's twitch from hundreds of meters away. The eagle's hunt is a masterclass in timing and precision. It waits for the perfect moment, when the prey is exposed, distracted or slowed by deep snow, before launching a high-speed stoop. The descent is silent, the impact sudden and overwhelming. Unlike wolves, the eagle relies on the element of surprise and the sheer force of its talons. Its attack is over in seconds, the prey subdued before it can react. The eagle's planning is solitary, but no less deliberate. Each hunt a blend of patience, observation, and explosive action. Both wolf and eagle exemplify the art of engineering the hunt. Their methods differ. One relies on teamwork and strategy, the other on stealth and precision, but both are shaped by generations of adaptation and an intimate knowledge of their environment. In the end, the hunt is not just a test of strength or speed, but a demonstration of intelligence, planning, and the relentless drive to survive in the wild's unforgiving theater. When an eagle unfurls its wings and launches into the open air, the wild itself seems to pause. Every creature below, whether hidden in the grass, perched in the trees, or swimming just beneath the water's surface, knows that a master of the sky is on the hunt. Eagles are not merely birds of prey. They are the sovereigns of the upper world, their presence alone reshaping the behavior of everything beneath their shadow. Across continents and climates, over 60 distinct eagle species have carved out their reign, each adapted to rule a unique kingdom, be it the icy tundra, dense rainforest, or sun-baked savanna. The bald eagle, with its piercing gaze and razor-sharp talons, dominates rivers and lakes, snatching fish with a precision that leaves the water's surface barely rippling. Deep in the rainforests, the harpy eagle reigns supreme, its immense talons capable of seizing monkeys and sloths from the treetops in a single, silent swoop. From the highest mountain ridges to the remotest islands, eagles have mastered every environment, their adaptability a testament to their evolutionary perfection. Though an adult eagle may weigh little more than 15 pounds, its wingspan can stretch to over 8 feet, casting a shadow that signals power and authority. Every part of the eagle's anatomy is engineered for dominance, massive talons for seizing, a hooked beak for tearing, and a muscular frame built for explosive bursts of speed. Their true advantage, however, is their command of the vertical world. From dizzying heights, eagles patrol their territories, their vision sweeping across miles of wilderness. With a vantage point that no land predator can match, they spot the faintest rustle or shimmer, transforming the sky into their personal hunting ground. The eagle's eyes are legendary, each one a living telescope, capable of detecting the twitch of a mouse or the flash of a fish from impossible distances. Their vision is not just sharper than a human's, it is a superpower, allowing them to track prey with unerring accuracy, even as they soar at breathtaking altitudes. A rabbit's nervous twitch, a lizard's scuttle, or the shimmer of scales beneath the water, nothing escapes the eagle's relentless scrutiny. Even the most elusive prey, hidden beneath water or foliage, is vulnerable to the eagle's penetrating gaze and swift, calculated assault. From a solitary perch, an eagle can monitor an entire valley, its patience and vigilance unmatched in the animal kingdom. Every hunt is a test of strategy and timing. The eagle weighs its options, calculating wind, distance, and the slightest movement of its quarry. When the moment arrives, the eagle explodes into action, a blur of feathers and muscle, closing the distance in a heartbeat. The world below is often oblivious until it's too late. The eagle's approach is silent, its descent swift and merciless. While wolves rely on numbers and teamwork, the eagle is a solitary force, its confidence born from unrivaled skill and self-reliance. Alone, it scours the sky, trusting only its own senses and abilities to secure its next meal. Every hunt is a solo performance, strength, speed, and precision converging in a single, decisive moment. The eagle's greatest weapon is surprise. Cloaked by altitude and cloud, it strikes from nowhere, a phantom of the upper world. Riding invisible rivers of air, the eagle glides effortlessly, conserving energy and waiting for the perfect opportunity to descend. Its prey, unaware of the silent threat above, continues its routine until the sky itself erupts in violence. The stoop, a breathtaking dive, transforms the eagle into a living missile, gravity and muscle combining for a strike of devastating force. In these moments, the eagle can reach speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, its body built to withstand the punishing rush of air. The attack is over in a heartbeat. Prey barely registers the threat before it is seized in a blur of motion. Feathers and talons become a single, unstoppable force, descending from the heavens with lethal intent. The eagle's talons are its signature, razor-sharp, curved, and capable of exerting bone-crushing pressure. More than mere claws, they are precision instruments, flexing and locking with mechanical certainty. Once they close around their target, escape is impossible. The grip is relentless, the outcome inevitable. Some eagles, like the brown snake eagle, can crush the spines of venomous snakes, their grip strength unmatched in the avian world. With a force of up to 400 psi, these talons are nature's answer to armor and agility alike. The locking mechanism ensures that once the eagle strikes, its prey is held fast, unable to break free. The beak, sharp and hooked, is the final tool, tearing flesh with surgical precision, ensuring nothing is wasted. After the hunt, the eagle stands over its prize, wings mantled in a display of absolute authority, daring any challenger to approach. In the wild, the eagle is more than a hunter. It is a symbol of dominance, a tyrant of the skies whose rule is written in the wind and shadow, respected and feared by all who dwell beneath its watchful gaze. The eagle reigns as a master of the skies, and this supremacy grants it access to an astonishingly varied menu of prey. Each eagle species, shaped by its unique environment, has developed specialized hunting strategies and dietary preferences, resulting in a remarkable diversity of meals across the globe. From the wind-swept tundra to dense rainforests, eagles adapt their hunting to the available prey. Some thrive in open plains, where small mammals and ground birds abound, while others haunt the tangled canopies of tropical forests, seeking out arboreal creatures. In the open sky, eagles are formidable aerial predators. They pursue pigeons, doves, and even agile crows, relying on speed, agility, and split-second timing to intercept their quarry mid-flight. When targeting flocks, an eagle may burst into their midst with explosive force, sending birds scattering in all directions. Amid the chaos, it singles out a vulnerable individual, isolating it from the group for an efficient capture. With unerring precision, the eagle locks onto its chosen target, using its powerful talons to snatch the bird from the air in a display of unmatched hunting skill. When facing larger avian prey, such as geese or herons, the eagle employs brute force and tactical strikes. A high-speed dive, talons extended, targets the wings or neck, destabilizing the victim and sending it tumbling earthward. For many eagles, fish are a staple. The bald eagle, for instance, relies on rivers and lakes, where fish can make up the majority of its diet. In Eurasia, the white-tailed eagle demonstrates similar prowess, plucking carp and pike from the water's surface. From dizzying heights, an eagle's vision detects the faintest shimmer of scales beneath the water. It calculates the fish's position, compensating for the distortion caused by the water's surface. With wings tucked and eyes locked, the eagle plunges downward, adjusting its angle in the final moments to strike with pinpoint accuracy. At the surface, the eagle's talons snap shut around the fish, their needle-sharp points and rough pads ensuring a secure grip on the slippery catch. These rough pads, known as spicules, are a marvel of evolution, allowing the eagle to hold even the most elusive prey as it ascends from the water. With its meal secured, the eagle climbs skyward, seeking a secluded perch where it can feed in safety, away from opportunistic rivals. Some eagles, like the brown snake eagle, specialize in hunting reptiles. They track the subtle movements of snakes through grass or sand, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. These specialists have developed techniques to handle even the most dangerous serpents, pinning them with crushing force and avoiding the lethal fangs. By seizing the snake just behind the head, the eagle renders it helpless, then dispatches it with swift, decisive movements before carrying it away. Along tropical coastlines, the white-bellied sea eagle patrols tidal flats and mangroves, waiting for venomous sea snakes to surface for air. With impeccable timing, it snatches them before they can vanish beneath the waves. These hunts demand not only strength, but also extraordinary precision and composure, as a single mistake could prove fatal. The golden eagle, one of the largest and most powerful raptors, is renowned for its ability to tackle mammals far heavier than itself. Its menu includes foxes, hares, marmots, and even young deer. In the rugged Rocky Mountains, golden eagles are legendary for their daring hunts on precipitous cliffs where they target mountain goats and other sure-footed prey. Young goats, or kids, are sometimes lifted bodily from the rocks, while adults may be harried and pressured until they lose their footing and fall, becoming easy targets. This strategy, honed over generations, allows the eagle to exploit the perilous terrain to its advantage, turning the mountain itself into a weapon. Deep in the rainforests, the harpy eagle reigns supreme. With talons as long as a grizzly bear's claws, it ambushes monkeys and sloths, launching from shadowy perches to snatch them from the treetops in a single, devastating strike. Each hunt is a testament to the eagle's adaptability, intelligence, and the extraordinary range of its predatory menu. In the wild, the eagle's hunt is a breathtaking display of calculated patience and razor-sharp timing, a living testament to the art of the aerial ambush honed over countless generations in the sky. Unlike the relentless pursuit of the wolf, which depends on stamina and endurance, the eagle's approach is a study in stillness and anticipation. The eagle's strategy is built around exploiting the element of surprise. It seeks the perfect vantage point, sometimes a solitary tree, sometimes a jagged outcrop, where it can remain undetected, blending seamlessly into the landscape. From these heights, the eagle circles with unwavering focus, its vision so acute it can detect the faintest twitch of a mouse's tail or the subtle shift of a feather in the wind. It's not simply searching for movement, it's analyzing behavior, seeking out the vulnerable, those distracted by feeding, the young or the isolated. A monkey intent on plucking fruit, a squirrel momentarily exposed on a branch. These fleeting lapses in awareness are the eagle's invitation. Even aquatic prey is not safe. A fish basking too close to the surface, a frog momentarily exposed, all fall within the eagle's lethal reach. A goat kid straying from its mother, a marmot distracted by foraging, each represents a window of opportunity, and the eagle waits, motionless, until the odds are stacked in its favor. This patience is not mere idleness. It is a calculated conservation of energy, a silent calculation of risk and reward, ensuring that every strike is delivered with maximum efficiency. When the moment arrives, the transformation is instantaneous. The eagle's body tenses, wings spread wide, and every muscle prepares for the explosive burst of action to come. With a sudden contraction of its wings, the eagle shifts from a gentle glide to a vertical stoop, plummeting toward the earth at speeds that can exceed 150 miles per hour. Its wings fold tightly against its body, transforming the bird into a living spear, slicing through the air with minimal resistance as gravity and momentum combine to create unstoppable force. During this breathtaking descent, the eagle's control is absolute. Minute adjustments of tail and wingtip feathers allow it to steer with surgical precision, compensating for wind, obstacles, and the unpredictable movements of its prey. In the chaos of a forest canopy, the eagle threads its way between branches and trunks, its reflexes honed to a razor's edge, never losing sight of its quarry. The final approach is a masterwork of stealth. The eagle's descent is nearly silent, its streamlined form and specialized feathers muffling the rush of air, ensuring the prey remains oblivious until the very last instant. Strength is the eagle's final trump card. Its talons, powered by formidable leg muscles, are capable of exerting crushing force, more than enough to subdue even the most robust prey. When targeting larger animals, the eagle's attack is a blend of brute force and tactical precision, pinning its victim with unyielding grip and using its weight to maintain control. The harpy eagle, a titan among raptors, can hoist prey weighing up to 25 pounds, monkeys, sloths, lifting them straight into the treetops, vanishing into the green shadows above. This immense lifting power allows the eagle to spirit its catch away from the ever-watchful eyes of scavengers, ensuring a meal in safety and solitude. But when faced with prey too heavy to carry, such as an adult mountain goat, the eagle adapts, turning the very landscape into an ally. With a calculated strike, it uses its momentum to unbalance the animal, sending it tumbling down the rocky precipice, where gravity completes the hunt. The final moments are a blur of speed and violence. The eagle's impact is sudden, overwhelming, and leaves the prey with no chance to react. Its talons, needle-sharp and immensely strong, drive deep into flesh, often severing the spine or puncturing vital organs in a single devastating motion. The locking mechanism in the eagle's feet ensures that once it has seized its victim, escape is impossible. The prey is immobilized, its fate sealed in an unbreakable grip. Every aspect of the eagle's ambush, its patience, its explosive speed, its pinpoint accuracy, and its overwhelming power, combines to create a hunting strategy that is as efficient as it is awe-inspiring. From the instant it commits to the dive, the outcome is almost inevitable. The eagle's mastery of the aerial ambush is a marvel of nature, unyielding, precise, and utterly real. In the wild, the wolf and the eagle stand as two of nature's most formidable hunters, each embodying a distinct philosophy of survival. Their methods are as different as earth and sky, yet both are masterpieces of evolutionary design, honed by countless generations of trial and error. The wolf is the architect of the coordinated hunt, a creature whose strength is multiplied by the unity of its pack. Every movement is calculated, every glance a silent signal, as they slip through the undergrowth with a purpose that borders on the uncanny. Within the pack, roles are fluid but essential. Some wolves drive, others flank, and a few hang back, ready to intercept. Their communication is a tapestry of body language, subtle whines, and the occasional low growl, all orchestrated to outwit their quarry. A wolf hunt is a test of endurance and patience. They may trail a herd for miles, reading every shift in the wind, every tremor in the snow, searching for the faintest sign of weakness. The process is relentless, a series of feints and tests, isolating the vulnerable, wearing down the strong until the moment comes to strike. The landscape itself becomes their ally. Forests offer cover, snow reveals tracks, and open plains become arenas for their tactical maneuvers. The wolves adapt, shifting strategies as the terrain demands, always seeking the upper hand. In contrast, the eagle is a solitary sovereign, ruling the air with unmatched grace and precision. Its world is one of dizzying heights and boundless horizons, where the hunt is a solitary dance between predator and prey. The eagle's arsenal is built into its very body, eyes that can spot a mouse from hundreds of feet above, talons that close with bone-crushing force, and wings that slice through the air in near silence. The hunt begins with a sudden burst of speed, a controlled dive that transforms potential energy into a lethal strike. There is no warning, no second chance. The eagle's attack is a single, breathtaking moment of violence. In that instant, the eagle's entire being is focused on precision. Its talons find their mark, and the struggle is over almost before it begins, a testament to the power of the ambush predator. Altitude is the eagle's greatest weapon. From above, it commands a view of the world that no ground-bound hunter can match, turning the sky itself into a platform for attack. The wolf's hunt is a saga of persistence, a slow tightening of the noose. The eagle's is a flash of perfection, a single, flawless execution. Both are supreme in their element, yet their approaches could not be more different. Yet beneath these differences, there are striking parallels. Both hunters are masters of observation, their senses tuned to the faintest hint of opportunity. Each is an expert at reading vulnerability. The wolf's gaze sweeps the herd, searching for the old, the sick, the distracted. The eagle's vision pierces the grass, isolating the unwary from the multitude. The wolf's strategy is to separate and exhaust, while the eagle's is to surprise and overwhelm. Both avoid unnecessary risk, seeking to tip the odds before the chase even begins. Neither seeks a fair contest. Instead, they manipulate the situation, stacking every advantage in their favor, ensuring that when the moment comes, success is almost certain. Patience is their silent ally. Wolves may wait for hours, even days, shadowing a herd until the perfect opportunity arises. Eagles circle for what seems like eternity, biding their time until the prey lets its guard down. The wolf's pursuit can stretch across days and miles, a relentless shadow on the edge of the herd. The eagle's vigil is measured in endless circles, each pass a calculation, each moment a test of resolve. Both understand the value of energy. Every movement is weighed, every effort measured. In the wild, waste is a luxury neither can afford. Efficiency is survival. The wolf's gait is built for distance, the eagle's flight for effortless travel. Each has evolved to cover vast territories with minimal exertion, always searching, always alert. Failure is costly. A missed kill means precious calories lost, a setback that could spell hunger or worse. Both hunters know the sting of defeat and the necessity of resilience. Every decision is a calculation. The wolf weighs the risk of injury against the promise of a meal. The eagle judges wind, distance, and the alertness of its target before committing to the dive. In the end, the wolf and the eagle are not mere killers, but consummate survivors, intelligent, adaptable, and endlessly resourceful. Each has mastered the art of the hunt in their own realm, one on the ground, the other in the sky, both testaments to the relentless ingenuity of nature. In the vast, untamed wilderness, wolves and eagles reign as undisputed sovereigns, each perfectly attuned to the demands of their realm. Their existence is a testament to the relentless forces of evolution, shaping them into paragons of survival and adaptation. The wolf, a creature of the shadows and snow, thrives through the strength of its pack. Each member plays a distinct role, scouts, hunters, guardians, moving as a single fluid entity. Their communication is a symphony of subtle glances, body language, and haunting howls that echo across the frozen landscape. In the hunt, their strategy is a masterpiece of timing and cooperation. The lead wolf signals and the pack fans out, anticipating every move of their quarry. They exploit the terrain, using ridges, thickets, and snowdrifts to outmaneuver prey, their endurance unmatched as they pursue for miles if needed. When the hunt is done, the spoils are shared. The youngest and weakest feed first, a ritual that ensures the future of the pack. The den is a sanctuary where pups learn the ways of the wild under the watchful eyes of elders, absorbing lessons of survival with every playful tussle and gentle nip. Bonds within the pack are forged through constant interaction, grooming, play, and shared vigilance. This unity is their shield against the harshness of winter, rival predators, and the ever-present threat of hunger. High above, the eagle surveys its domain from wind-battered cliffs. Solitary by nature, it is the embodiment of precision and power, its senses honed to a razor's edge by the demands of survival in the open sky. The eagle's hunt is a spectacle of focus and agility. With a sudden burst of speed, it plummets earthward, talons extended, calculating wind and distance with instinctive accuracy. Its strike is swift and final, a culmination of patience and relentless observation. Its vision pierces the landscape, detecting the slightest twitch of a mouse or the subtle shift of a hare in the grass. Every feather, every muscle is tuned for silent flight and sudden violence, a living instrument of survival. The eagle's patience is legendary. It can wait for hours, unmoving, until the perfect opportunity presents itself. When it acts, it does so with unerring precision, a master of timing in a world where hesitation means hunger. Alone, the eagle carves its path through the sky, relying solely on its own skills. It is a creature of independence, shaped by solitude and the ceaseless challenge of the elements. Both wolf and eagle are architects of balance in their ecosystems. Their presence ripples through the land, influencing the behavior and survival of countless other species. By targeting the frail and the sick, they cull the herds and flocks, ensuring that only the strongest endure. This natural selection keeps populations healthy and prevents disease from spreading unchecked. The result is a landscape in equilibrium. Herds do not overgraze, plants regenerate, and the intricate web of life remains intact. Every hunt, every chase is a thread in this tapestry of survival. The wolf, ever vigilant on the forest floor, and the eagle, a sentinel in the sky, are guardians of the wild. Their senses are attuned to the faintest changes, the snap of a twig, the shift of a breeze, alert to every opportunity and threat. Their hunts are raw and unfiltered, a dance of life and death that shapes the destiny of the wild. Each encounter is unique, dictated by weather, terrain, and the unpredictable will of their prey. The world they inhabit is ever-changing. Rivers swell and recede, forests grow dense and thin, prey migrates and returns. Wolves and eagles adapt with the seasons, altering their strategies, shifting their territories, and teaching each new generation the secrets of survival. The wolf's path is one of unity and shared purpose, while the eagle's is solitary and self-reliant. Both are equally formidable, their methods shaped by the demands of their environment. On the ground, endurance and teamwork conquer the cold and the dark. In the air, mastery of wind and vision brings success. Each has found a way to thrive where others would falter. Their eyes reflect the wild itself, alert, calculating, and unyielding. Every decision is a matter of life and death, every moment a test of their finely tuned instincts. In the end, the wolf and the eagle are living proof of nature's brilliance, creatures sculpted by adversity, thriving in the world's most unforgiving places. Their stories are written in the snow, the sky, and the silence of the wild, a reminder that true mastery is earned through endless adaptation and the will to survive. As daylight surrenders to dusk, a profound transformation sweeps across the wild. Shadows lengthen, temperatures plummet, and a new chapter of survival begins. For both wolf and eagle, night is not a barrier, but an opportunity, a realm where senses sharpen and ancient instincts come alive. Beneath the pale gleam of the moon, the wolf pack stirs. Their world is now painted in muted silvers and deep blues, where visibility wanes but danger and reward intensify. Wolves' eyes, adapted for low light, gleam with reflected moonlight, their retinas equipped with a specialized layer, the tapetum lucidum amplifying every glimmer. With vision keen and ears attuned to the faintest rustle, they move as shadows within shadows, threading silently through frost-laced undergrowth. The pack's formation shifts with the darkness. Scouts fan out, noses low to the ground, reading invisible trails left hours before. The air is rich with nocturnal scents, fresh tracks of deer, the musky presence of hares, the lingering fear of smaller predators. Wolves communicate with soft huffs and subtle tail flicks, using silence as their ally. Their strategy relies on patience and precision, encircling prey under the cover of darkness, using the landscape, fallen logs, frozen streams, dense thickets, to close in undetected. A sudden burst of movement, the lead wolf signals. The pack surges as one, a coordinated flanking maneuver honed by generations. Prey, slowed by the numbing cold and the confusion of night, is less able to anticipate the attack. The chase is swift and silent, a ballet of muscle and intent performed beneath a sky blanketed with stars. When the quarry falls, the night echoes with muffled growls and the ritual sharing of the hunt's reward. High above, the eagle's world transforms as well. While most raptors rest, some species of eagle, driven by hunger or opportunity, patrol the moonlit cliffs and ridges. Their eyes, capable of perceiving subtle movement in dim light, scan the ground for nocturnal prey. Rabbits emerging from burrows, rodents scurrying between tufts of grass. The eagle's flight is a whisper on the wind, wings barely stirring the air as it glides in wide, slow circles. Occasionally, a faint movement below betrays a target. The eagle hovers, calculating distance and wind even in the darkness. With a sudden, controlled dive, it descends, talons flashing in the moonlight, striking with the same unerring accuracy as in daylight. The hunt is quieter, more cautious, every action measured to conserve energy in the chill of night. The interplay of predator and prey is heightened in these hours. The wolf's pack dynamics are at their most intricate, every member relying on the other's senses and experience. For the eagle, solitude deepens, and every hunt is a solitary test against the elements and the unknown. As dawn approaches, the wild begins to stir anew. Wolves retreat to their dens, bellies full, pelts dusted with frost. Eagles find perches on wind-carved branches, silhouetted against the first hints of sunrise. Their nighttime strategies, shaped by necessity, perfected by time, ensure their legacy endures beneath the silent watch of stars. In the realm of shadows and moonlight, the wolf and eagle prove that mastery of the wild is not only a matter of strength or speed, but of adaptation, patience, and the unyielding will to survive, even when the world is cloaked in darkness. In the untamed wild, every hunt is a dialogue with the elements. Weather and environment shape the destinies of both wolf and eagle, demanding resilience and ingenuity with each passing season. A biting winter storm sweeps across the tundra, cloaking the landscape in a relentless white. For the wolf pack, snow is both ally and adversary. Thick drifts slow their pursuit, but also muffle their approach, masking the sound of paws against frozen earth. Their coats, heavy with insulating underfur, repel icy winds, while their breath crystallizes in the air. The pack adapts, moving in single file to conserve energy and break through deep snow. Their keen noses read the faintest scents, even beneath a fresh layer of powder. Prey, exhausted by the struggle to move through snow, becomes more vulnerable, but so do the wolves. Each step is a calculated risk, a balance between stamina and starvation. Spring brings a different challenge. Meltwater swells streams into rushing torrents, carving new barriers across the wolves' territory. The pack skirts the edges of swollen rivers, using fallen logs as bridges and seeking higher ground to avoid dangerous currents. The air is thick with the scent of thawing earth and new growth. Prey is more plentiful, but so is competition. Bears emerge from hibernation, and rival predators roam the reborn forest. High above, the eagle's hunt is choreographed by the wind. On calm days, its broad wings slice silently through the air, scanning open fields and forest edges for movement below. But as storms gather, the sky becomes a battleground. Gale-force winds buffet the eagle, forcing it to ride turbulent updrafts or take shelter among craggy outcrops. Rain blurs vision, and fog obscures the ground, transforming a routine hunt into a test of patience and skill. Yet the eagle is undeterred. When the storm breaks, it rides thermals, rising from the sun-warmed earth, using shifting air currents to soar higher and further in search of prey. Summer's heat bakes the landscape, thinning water sources and driving animals into the cool shade of dense groves. Wolves adapt by hunting at dawn and dusk, when temperatures are bearable and prey is forced from hiding in search of water. The eagle, too, shifts its patterns, soaring on thermal columns, conserving energy and timing its hunts for the brief windows when prey is most active. Each season, every weather shift is a lesson in adaptation. The wolf's endurance is matched by its ability to read the land, to anticipate the moods of the forest, the river, the snow. The eagle's mastery of the air is tempered by an intimate understanding of wind and weather, the subtle cues that signal opportunity or danger. In this ever-changing world, survival favors those who learn to read the signs, those who become one with the forces of nature. For wolf and eagle alike, the hunt is never simply a contest of tooth and talon, but a living testament to the power of adaptation in the face of the wild's most formidable challenges. At the boundary where forests meet open sky, the world is alive with more than the silent struggle between wolf and eagle. Here, a tapestry of rivalries and fleeting alliances unfolds, woven by the presence of other apex predators, each with their own ambitions, strategies, and territories. A lone lynx, ghost-like and silent, slips through the undergrowth. Its tufted ears swivel, catching the distant howls of a wolf pack. The lynx pauses, weighing the risk of a stolen meal against the threat of confrontation. Wolves, ever alert, sense the presence of this solitary hunter. Though competition is fierce, direct encounters are rare. Each predator respects the other's prowess, gauging when to challenge and when to withdraw. On the riverbank, a brown bear disrupts the delicate balance. Drawn by the scent of fresh kill, it lumbers into the wolves' domain. The pack bristles, hackles raised, their unity tested. A tense standoff ensues. Growls echo across the water as the bear asserts its dominance. Sometimes the wolves yield, melting into the shadows to hunt another day. Other times, numbers and determination tip the scales, and the bear retreats, leaving scraps behind for the victorious pack. Above, the eagle circles, its keen eyes cataloguing the scene below. It recognizes opportunity in chaos. When wolves bring down large prey, the aftermath attracts scavengers. Foxes dart in for morsels, crows gather in raucous flocks, and the eagle, patient and bold, swoops down to snatch a share. Competition is constant, but so is the unspoken truce. Each animal takes what it can, careful not to overstep and provoke a deadly reprisal. At dusk, the world grows quieter, but the drama intensifies. A wolverine, small yet ferocious, challenges both wolf and eagle for scraps along the forest's edge. Its audacity is legendary. Even the largest predators hesitate before this fearless rival. The air is thick with tension. Every movement, every sound is a negotiation for survival. These encounters are not mere battles for food. They are the pulse of the wild, shaping the lives and fortunes of every creature. Sometimes, predators shadow one another, drawn together by the promise of a hunt too formidable for one alone. At other times, they clash, testing the limits of strength and cunning. Through it all, a complex web of respect, rivalry, and necessity binds them. In this realm, survival is never solitary. The destinies of wolves, eagles, and their fellow predators are intertwined, each shaping the other's path, each a vital thread in the relentless saga of life at the edge.